Have you ever felt torn between following your deepest desires and listening to the quiet voice of intuition? Many of us silence our inner guidance system, trying to chase what we want, while others are so focused on spiritual messages that they deny themselves earthly pleasures. What if you could master the delicate dance between passionate desires and your soul's wisdom, creating a life that honors both your human experience and your spiritual truth? You're listening to or watching the Sedona Soul Sisters Show, where we share psychic guidance and healing for embodied spiritual awakening. I'm Christel, and I'm on a mission to support spiritual practitioners to access your intuition, unlock your psychic gifts, and live your purpose. A big thanks to our listeners all over the world, and a special shout out and a boost of love to our listeners in San Juan, Puerto Rico. You can schedule virtual sessions to jump timelines, sensual hypnosis, purpose coaching, energy healing, and more at SedonaSoulSisters.com. Each breath you take aligned with love repairs the healing web on planet Earth. I'm excited to invite you to join the free Manifest with Desires podcast series, where we unlock the power of your deepest longings to create the life you've dreamed of and transform your desires into reality. If you would like to receive all of the resources from the entire free podcast series, visit manifestwithdesire.com and enter your name and email. And let's begin by setting our intention. I open my inner wisdom to witness both my soul's deepest knowing and my heart's most passionate desires. I release the illusion of separation between my spiritual and earthly experiences, allowing them to dance together in divine harmony. With each breath, I invite the sacred union of intuition and desire to guide me towards my highest evolution. The third eye chakra, known in Sanskrit as Ajna, serves as our internal compass and seat of our intuitive wisdom, while simultaneously holding space for our most profound desires and visions for the future. When we learn to balance and integrate these seemingly opposite forces, our intuitive knowing and our passionate wanting, we access a level of clarity and alignment that transforms how we navigate life's decisions and relationships. This sacred dance between desire and intuition opens doorways to manifestations that neither power alone could achieve, as we learn to want what serves our highest good and trust the guidance that leads us there. By mastering this delicate balance, you'll discover how to make choices that honor both your spiritual growth and human experience, creating a life that feels both magical and deeply authentic. For an additional episode that focuses on the third eye, visit the Sedona Soul Sisters Show 167. Enhance your spiritual sight with your third eye chakra and clairvoyance. The core benefits of working with the third eye chakra and your deepest desires. Clarity of vision. When the third eye is balanced, we can clearly see what we truly want beneath surface level desires. It helps distinguish between ego-based wanting or conditioning and soul-aligned desires. It provides the ability to visualize outcomes in detail, a crucial component of manifestation. Intuitive discernment acts as an internal GPS for manifestation, helping us recognize opportunities aligned with our goals, alerts us when we're forcing outcomes versus flowing with divine timing, helps us interpret signs and synchronicities that guide our manifestation journey. Integration of spiritual and earthly desires. It bridges the gap between spiritual wisdom and earthly wants, allows us to manifest in ways that both serve our personal growth and the greater good. It helps us resolve inner conflicts about wanting material success while staying spiritually aligned. Energetic attunement heightens our sensitivity to energetic frequencies that match our desires, helps us recognize and clear blocks to our manifestation field, strengthens our ability to maintain focused intention, a key to manifestation, timing and trust, develops our sense of divine timing in the manifestation process, builds trust in the unfolding of our desires, reducing resistance, helps us know when to take action versus when to wait and allow. The third eye's role is especially crucial because it acts as a discernment center that helps us want what we truly want versus what we think we should want. Trust the path when it doesn't match our expectations. Stays aligned with our highest good while pursuing our desires. This chakra essentially serves as the wisdom keeper that ensures our manifestations serve our highest evolution while still honoring our human desires for experience and achievement. Some of the challenges and the root causes that lie in the third eye, as we've talked about in all of the episodes in this series, are early life conditioning, religious or spiritual trauma, believing that desires are wrong or bad, belief that spirituality requires rejection of earthly pleasures, shame about wanting or receiving abundance, fear of punishment for having desires. Shadow work on family dynamics, cultural programming to reset core limiting beliefs that are related to self-worth, spiritual beliefs, safety beliefs, behavioral patterns. Some of the common core limiting beliefs related to an imbalance in the third eye. I don't deserve what I desire. My wants are too big, selfish, unrealistic, sinful. I must earn the right to want things. Others' needs matter more than my own, and definitely more than my desires. Spiritual limiting beliefs. Spiritual people shouldn't have material desires. Wanting things means I'm not enlightened. Desire causes suffering, so I should eliminate it. Following intuition means ignoring desires. Safety limiting beliefs. It's dangerous to want things. If I desire something, I'll lose it. Disappointment is inevitable, so don't want. Desire makes me vulnerable to manipulation. Behavioral patterns that can highlight an imbalance in the third eye. Chronic indecision, deflecting questions about personal wants. Excessive focus on others' needs. Spiritual bypassing of desires. Self-sabotage, taking yourself out of desires, setting impossibly high standards, creating obstacles to fulfillment, abandoning projects before completion, control patterns, over-intellectualizing desires, excessive planning without action, perfectionism as protection, rigid spiritual practices. Energetic manifestations of imbalance in the third eye can include tension headaches, vision problems, sleep disturbances, and chronic fatigue. Emotional patterns related to imbalance in the third eye, anxiety about wanting, guilt about success, shame about material desires. A reminder about the third eye, which interestingly enough, I don't see this challenge arise in any of the other chakras, that people imagine the third eye opens only to the front, where the third eye chakra, like all of the 6 chakras, including the third eye going down, open to the front, the back, above, and below. So essentially, the third eye is a channel that, yes, opens on the front of the body, but it moves all the way through the center of the head to the back of the head, and also opens on the back of the energetic body, also opening above into the crown chakra and below into the throat. The other warning that I want to share about the third eye is I find often spiritual practitioners are solely focused on opening the third eye chakra, where if you haven't built a solid foundation in your physical, emotional, energetic, and mental bodies before you open the third eye, it can cause intense issues, really intense. And yes, that sounds like a warning because it is. And that's why we started this series and every other series I've taught on the chakras with the earth element first, in the root, in your physical body, so that any spiritual insights, revelations, visions that you receive are running through a system that can hold that amount of life force energy, or is better equipped to hold that amount of life force energy. It's like running a high current of electricity through an electrical system that isn't built to hold that much current. And so the more grounded you can be in working with the third eye and your visions, bringing your visions into real life, connected to your earthly desires and what your physical, mental, emotional, energetic body needs in order to manifest your potential, then you are going to have the most enjoyable experience of bringing your visions into embodiment and manifesting your dreams in reality. The third eye chakra is related to the element of space, infinity, or ether. And this is part of why it's so important to have the elements that are tangible. All four other elements are tangible elements. So ensuring that your system is supported by all the other four elements in working with the top three chakras, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, are all related to the element of ether, space, infinity, which is why I work with them last, so that your system has the greatest capacity to hold the power of infinity, of your infinite visions, can hold the power of your potential and to bring it into being, and not just fry your system or create challenges in your body-mind. The third eye is related to the color indigo. I've mentioned in all of the other episodes that it's important to look at the different levels of your desires and your vision. The third eye is an important place in working together with your vision and your desires to see clearly the four different levels: the physical desires, the mental desires, the emotional desires, the energetic desires, and the vision to bring those into being and to see clearly the places that we are out of alignment in working with those four aspects. For example, I could say, I want to be a millionaire, and I could feel greater resistance to that desire than I feel capacity to move forward. So then the third eye can support me in seeing where the restriction is, seeing where the limitation is, seeing which level of my experience is out of alignment between the vision, being a millionaire, and actually being a millionaire. Which one of the four levels do I need to work on, or multiple, to come into harmony? Is it my physical body that has resistance? Is it my emotional body that has resistance? Is it my mental body that has resistance? Is it my energetic body that has resistance? And simply asking those questions, I was feeling in my own system as I was doing that. And I could clearly, in holding the power of the third eye and asking those questions in regards to the manifestation of, I want to be a millionaire, I want to have millions of dollars in the bank. In asking the question, is the limitation on my physical body? I could feel where the limitations are as well as where the opening is. Going through this example, my energetic body is like, yes, on board, let's go. It's going to be amazing, like full steam ahead. Yet my mental body was the one where there was the greatest resistance. The energetic body has its foot on the gas. Let's go. Let's make millions of dollars. Let's have millions of dollars in the bank. Where my mental body was like, brakes. And so you see where so many people get stuck in the manifestation process. They're like, I've been trying to manifest my soulmate or a new house or a new car or more money or greater health or whatever the things are that you're working on manifesting. Why hasn't it manifest? Because in general, one or more of those four different levels has its foot on the brakes. Utilizing the power of the third eye and asking for clear vision to support your manifestation, to clear the blocks, and if needed, to make adjustments to the manifestation, right? in continuing on with this example, being like, okay, well, my mental body is the one that's like, I don't want to have millions of dollars in the bank. I find in general asking why isn't helpful at all. What do I need to shift, or how do I need to shift in order to create the opening of having millions of dollars in the bank? Or fill in your own personal example of a manifestation that you're working on. The part of me that's like, yes, millions of dollars in the bank, full steam ahead, is like, nope, I don't want to adjust the manifestation. It's millions or nothing. And then the other part of me that's like, nope, not millions, that won't do. We see where there is an inner conflict. This is often a conflict with the subconscious mind. And this practice is helping bring my vision and insight to navigating and negotiating with the power of my vision to be like, all right, team, how can we work together? To work together between the part that's like, it has to absolutely be millions, and the other part that is like, nope, nope, nope. Instead of asking why, I work with the questions of what or how. How can we work together to bring this manifestation into being? It can be very helpful to locate the place in your body, if it works for you that way, which people have different ways of locating the feelings or the thoughts or the voices or the emotional or mental aspects that are putting the brakes on. As I am in this personal experience of exploring millions of dollars in the bank, for me, I feel the go and the yes in my solar plexus says yes, throat says yes, heart says no. So for me, the heart is like no go. And again, clients will most often go down the why rabbit hole. And in general, why is going to perpetuate more of whatever has been happening. So in most processes, I don't find why helpful, because why either keeps us stuck in the past or in the future, and what and how helps me locate myself in the present moment of creation. So now I have identified in my own personal experience of having millions of dollars in the bank, my heart says no. So it can be easy to say, well, why not? What's the problem? And to go into a fight response, which with the heart is a bad strategy. I mean, I wouldn't encourage you to fight with any of the aspects of you that are saying no, but especially the heart, because of the nature of the heart. So now I'm in this experience of aspects of me saying, yes, green light, let's go, foot on the gas. My heart is saying no to millions of dollars. It doesn't matter why. I just honor that my heart is saying no. Okay, you don't like the idea of having millions of dollars in the bank. I hear you. I feel you. I'm with you. Can you feel me? When I can feel the heart softens its boundary, its protection, then I can ask, are you willing to work with me to create a plan for manifesting greater wealth, abundance, and money in my experience? Yes. And so you see, the way I approached it was not to make wrong the part of me that's saying no, or try to say, well, that's silly or stupid or whatever, and to try to force the manifestation through, which rarely works. I focus on being with the part that's saying no and slowing down, because there were these two different things happening. Green light and a couple of chakras that are like, full steam ahead, let's go. The heart is saying no. So they're going in opposite directions. So there's tension created in the field of manifestation. It's pulling me out of alignment with what is, pulling me out of the present moment and my power of creation. So I slow the process down, I tune in, I begin asking questions to come to the place that I have now. And through this process of working with your different aspects, the different chakras, getting to know how your system works, you will feel when you have coherence in your system. In order to find where the yes lives on all levels of the system. And to know that that safety of working with the whole system is where you shift timelines, where you can make quantum leaps, where you can radically change your experience, is when your entire system is in coherence, when your nervous system feels safe, and you're working together inside your own system in the manifestation, in working with the desires, that there's permission for the desires and there's permission for the manifestation. In this example that I'm working with, the desire isn't the problem. Want millions of dollars and wanting millions of dollars in the bank. And now, because I have worked with this process for a few minutes, I can feel the heaviness on my own heart, which I know about my own life experience, that there's still some residual aspects of the negative beliefs and impacts on my system around money, particularly my heart. So I work with that to bring my entire system into alignment, to create a new focus of manifestation, to work with my entire system in a way that feels good, that feels aligned, that feels possible. When I feel that place of alignment, when I feel the chakra in my system that is resistant to this manifestation, I don't need to know why. I don't need to go down that rabbit hole. I just am being with my own system and asking skillful questions, which this is a practice and it helps to work with your own system. And getting to know your own chakras, your own system, your relationship with desire, your relationship with manifestations, studying the things that you've been able to manifest easily, studying the manifestations that you've wanted for years that have not come into manifestation. For me, having millions of dollars in the bank is something that I have wanted for a period of time. And it is not currently my present reality on the earthly plane that there's millions of dollars in the bank. And I can feel in this exploration that my heart is the one that says no. So I bring my system into harmony to say, can we work together to create a plan for creating greater wealth, abundance, and money in all accounts? And I want you, heart center, to feel loved, supported, and safe in the process. Will that work for you? In not trying to just blast through the blocks to be like, well, that's stupid. Why wouldn't anyone want millions of dollars in the bank? In slowing down the process to bring the whole central channel into alignment. In this example, my heart, there's room to breathe. I'm able to expand my heart center so that it's not on guard. It's not in protection mode. It's not putting the walls up to protect me from whatever the belief is, whatever the wounding or the pattern, the habit that is holding this experience of not having millions of dollars in the bank in my experience. The heart for me is the brakes. When I slow down enough to do this process, which I do these process with clients, and the beautiful thing about creating this podcast, I am working on a different level. Instead of just the mental level of, oh, well, that's dumb, I'm just going to keep writing it in my manifestation journal or whatever, that I am coming into my system. I am feeling my energetic system. I'm feeling all of the chakras and noticing that my heart is the one that's saying no. Now I can shift my experience to create coherence in my system, to create alignment in my system, to work with my heart center, which is the one that is putting the brakes on millions of dollars in my bank accounts. So now I have incredibly valuable information. Now I can work with aligning the vision with my experience. Now that I'm speaking from this way, instead of just trying to push forward and say, well, I'm going to manifest millions at some point, without truly listening to my heart center, which I haven't done before now, that now the heart is expanding and is breathing more easily and deeply and is like, oh, you're going to work with me now. You're going to honor me now. You care about what my experience is. It changes my whole system. And I'm very interested to see what happens from here. And in saying that, I can feel the parts of me that want to just go ahead and are like, why hasn't this happened yet? Are like immediately go into go mode. Yet I am aware of the difference, so I can more easily bring my system back into coherence and out of the just trying to push forward to make it happen, or just steamrolling myself in a way of being like, well, this is going to happen whether you're ready or not. It will be interesting to see what happens in particular in regards to my bank accounts over the next few months because of the work that I have just done, that you have seen live on this episode or heard live on this episode. And this is the power of working with building a strong foundation in the physical body, working through the elements to come into a place where your vision, your higher vision, your intuitive insights through the vision of the third eye, that is able to see all possibilities, to see clearly, to then create a new way of moving forward, a new way of being, to create the alignment, to bring the manifestation of my desires into my lived experience and my reality. And this is the kind of work that I do with my clients in looking at the conscious experience and going into the unconscious blocks that are stuck in certain aspects of your energetic, emotional, mental, physical body, so that you can be more powerfully aligned to be able to manifest what you desire. And now let's transition into the self-inquiry questions. In what ways do your deepest desires speak to you differently than your surface level wants? And how does your body respond to each of these messages? When you reflect on times that you've ignored your intuition in pursuit of a desire, what patterns do you notice about the circumstances, emotions, and outcomes of those situations? How has your relationship with both desire and intuitive guidance evolved through your spiritual journey? And what key experiences shaped this evolution? What would become possible in your life if your desires and your intuitive wisdom were dancing in perfect harmony? And what currently stands in the way between you and this integration? Thank you for being a part of our community. I'm honored to support your embodied spiritual awakening. If you are interested in the hypnotic healing journey that is a companion episode to this show, you can listen to the Desire Sessions podcast, episode number 69, Third Eye Sacred Visions, Hypnotic Journey to Manifest Your Dreams. I invite you to join me for a sensual hypnosis desire session by phone. It's a unique blend of hypnosis, energy healing, and jumping timelines. We'll align the power of your conscious and unconscious desires with your soul purpose, igniting a powerful force for manifestation in your life. Ready to unlock the full potential of your desires? Visit desiresession.com to book your personalized healing journey to live the life of your dreams. Leave a review and follow on your favorite podcast app. Until next time, breathe gently, listen to your guidance, and create miracles.